Hi, this is Pooja Bhatt.
Hi, this is Dulquer Salmaan.
Hi, Balki here.
And please subscribe to Siddharth Kannan's YouTube channel.
Now.
Now.
Balki sir, sometimes these are conversations I've heard. Tell me if you can answer that. So they say before the film is only released, there is a chart which is already made, which says 333, 444 stars, 4.5 stars already decided before the release. Does that happen? Have you experienced that yourself?
I don't know. I haven't gone into that zone. I'm actually sometimes surprised by why people like something and people don't like something. There are a lot of things, a lot of times I like something and people don't like something. So that surprise happens. But it's not something that I've paid so much attention to. But what hurts me is when people kind of are very crude and rude about it. It's like what Pooja was saying. They almost are so happy in kind of saying bakwas. Or they're so... I also get equally angry when people say something good about something that's really trashy, you know, and pump it up and pump it up and pump it up and pump it up for some kind of agenda. Because that also harms. You know, everything which is wrong and untruthful does harm the way you watch movies. I mean, I think cinema is your client there. Nobody else is your client for critics. So I don't think, maybe there are charts, maybe there are not, I don't know. But I have never witnessed anything like that. I've not seen anything like that. I've only experienced bad stuff, but I've not seen all these charts.
Pooja, you have been a rule breaker all your life.
Yeah.
And you're still breaking rules, right? She's like the OG jo kehte na. So you know what OG is, na? You don't know OG.
What is it?
OGs means the original. Like it's called OG with the millennials.
Acha, okay.
You got to do like this also. Do it now. Try
Yeah,
it.
okay.
It's like this. It's like OG.
Are you
Okay.
sure it's this?
It's this.
Kids
Or
know?
not, it's past.
I don't know. Like
You're very way behind that.
we're all off.
You gotta be careful. One finger here and there. We live in
You're
like
finished.
times, you know.
yeah.
Before you know it, we have a controversy. Maybe
Yeah,
don't
we could be
Yeah.
completely off. I don't know.
Yeah. So the OG.
All I do is this.
You do this.
That's it.
Like this.
I don't understand all these.
So you're the OG. When was the first time you criticized? And that time you were not this fearless girl. And you said, this was not right. Why did it happen to me?
You know, I think when I look back on my limited career, because I didn't do too many films, because I mean, I never wanted to be arm candy, though I have the privilege of being brain candy in Chup. And I'm very thrilled about that.
I love it. Brain candy.
Super cool.
ये
word
एक
that
और
is.
trending word. ये chop कर देना, credit मुझे दे देना.
No, I mean, really, I'm brain candy in Chup, and I'm very proud of that fact. And I must thank Balki for taking me back to the movies after 22 years. I'm going to be back on a big screen after 22
So let's
long
go.
years. Yeah. So I think that I've honestly, for somebody who really did not have any aspiration to be an actor, was thrown into the deep end, and I got a lot of love. And I was quite stunned by the kind of generosity that was heaped on me. I think the first time I was really whipped into shape was when I dared to then walk in my father's footsteps and go into the area of direction.
Ah.
Because they were like, okay, we can deal with the fact that you are a director's daughter and you can act, so you get away with it. And there was no, you know, nepotism word pulled out of the bag at that time. But, oh, now you're going into his area? Now we're going to get you. And I remember going in to do an interview with my dear friend. And I didn't even know I was going to be interviewed by him. And he sits there and says, hi, very affable. And then question number one. So tell me, why do you make such bad movies? Handshake her. Do I not have the right to make a living exactly like you do? And then we became very good friends after that. You know, so the point is that, listen, I feel that I am not giving you the permission to insult me. Okay? I'm putting my work out there. I'm putting myself out there. And if you have the grace and the aptitude to find something good about that work, that reflects on you. And if you only want to look at it from a spectrum of gotcha, and feel superior in the fact that you pulled out this kind of element that's kind of flawed or whatever, that also reflects you. So I think niyat se badi koi cheez nahi hoti hai. And criticism is very welcome, constructive criticism. But if the intention is to maim, and the intention is engineered, which is mostly the case, then I'm not going to give you that privilege of letting it affect me. But then you come to that. You come to that after years of, like Balki says, it kind of paralyzes you at that time. And then you kind of, you know, find your way to kind of out of that quagmire in that sense. But it's not something that you can be naturally born with. But hey, we're we're gladiators, remember? We put ourselves out there all the time and are willing to be maimed by people. So I think that there are no absolutes. There should not be any absolutes. You can like a film, he can dislike it. I can love it, he can feel nothing about it. And that's the magic of the movies, is that it's such a personal thing. We don't look out of the same window and see the same view. But when your intention is to kind of just decide before the first frame only that it's terrible and you have no business to exist and you have no business to, then I'm like, take it easy.
Yeah.
Take it easy,
And I think with experience, you can also sense it when it's deliberately done to just bash you up, no?
Of course you can sense it. You can just smell someone's intent from far. And I think that this thing about, a lot of people play God through their columns or now they're on video too. Oh God. So sorry, no offense meant here, But so I think that everybody wants to be heard. And it's easier to be heard sometimes when you're knocking somebody else's work because you have nothing to say of your own.
Dulquer, obviously you've seen experiences of Mammooty sir, right? Have you ever seen an experience up close and personal where you felt his film was very good and you felt critics probably being hard on him as well? And from there you learned your own life experiences.
I would be too young to probably know what he's being criticized for. But I've heard stories of him being written off. So he tells me that, like, so if I read something that's hurtful and I'm upset, and he's like, in the 80s there were people trying to write me off and saying he's finished and whatnot. And he's like, I don't even know where those people are now. Like, the critics also keep changing, right, with time. And if you put your head down and keep going at it, I don't think the people who affect us today, I don't think the people who affected me in, say, 2012 or 2013 are the same ones affecting me now. Because we only keep reading, like I said, the negative things, but we're not really tracking who these people are. So even they are becoming irrelevant at some point.
Balki sir, there's a film of yours. You love all your films. They're like your children. But one film of yours, you thought this is epic. And it didn't go as per your expectations when it came to the audience and the critics. Which was that?
None of them. I don't think anything is epic. It's very tough to like your film after you finished it.
Yeah, you don't like your films?
No, you can't. You're sick of it by the time you finish it.
You mean to say you're sick of both of them?
No, they're not. They're. Fortunately, I met them once in.
I don't live here.
He doesn't live here.
She lives in a farm.
That's fine.
And you thought you're going to be living and partying with him every day. Now he wants to see you once in a
No,
while.
she doesn't. I'm speaking for her too here. But the thing is, I think you can't. I mean, anyone who says, I love my film is kind of either, how can you like it? You're seeing it every day. You've hacked it. You've kind of done that stuff. You don't want to puke at the end of it. You can't like anything. So it's okay. Somebody asked me about Chup the other day. I said, I'm still interested. I'm not disinterested in it. I've not come to that stage of this thing as yet. That's rare for me. Yes, I felt like that. Of course, when you do your first film, you don't lose interest. You're almost sick of it, but you're still interested. But yeah, but all my films, I don't think I can see them. I don't like them. I'm not very proud of them or anything of that sort, because it's damn tough to like. I always run away when something's on TV or something, somebody's watching something. I just run away from that because you only notice the bad things about it. You will always say this is
So what are the bad things you notice about these two?
The good would be easier to answer. No, they're actually lovely people.
No, all of them. Honestly, even I was genuinely waiting for Sunny Paji to give one shouting moment. That epic voice coming out.
No, Sunny is a very different animal. I'll tell you what. He is the first person I faced in my life who I didn't know him, and I actually narrated a script to him. It takes about 2 hours to tell a 2-hour script. So you tell him that stuff. He looks at you quietly, coffee, having. Okay. I'll tell you. I thought he's going to say what he likes on. He tells me my whole film in about 10 minutes. Okay? My full film, from scene 1 to end, the last with the title music, he tells me, he actually did that. I said, yeah, that's what I just told you for 2 hours. Which is there. No, I understood it correct. He wanted to know this is the summary of the film. So he is looking at it as a director, as a filmmaker. So then I realized I'm talking to a filmmaker. I'm not talking to just an actor. So he has analyzed and broken down the scenes in 10 minutes. to remember that kind of memory. I've never heard anybody like that before. that time I was blown. I mean, what do you tell a person like that? He knows the scene. He's done
You
a
can
short
just say,
breakdown.
Tariq, Tariq. That's all. Before I sign off, two outspoken people, Mahesh Bhatt and you. What happens when you chat? Are you always blatant with each other? Are you both tsunami each other with strong viewpoints?
We enjoy very eloquent silences as well.
You don't talk often.
Very often we don't need to talk. But I think that with the joy of being his daughter and being somebody who has begun my career with him, and I think that I've learned from him one thing is that you must always kind of question, and we do not have to agree. So it's never the gospel. And there are fireworks on occasion. There is generosity on occasion, but it's never a dull moment, I can assure you.
That we are also dead sure about, sir.
No, the best was when he called me up after seeing the trailer. He said, he explained me a lot of nice things about it. He said, but when Pooja says that you critics are killers, never has something come from her intestine, from that deep bucket. It's coming from the pancreas. It's coming from there, deep below. It's not from the heart. For heart, innocence comes. This is a feeling. This is not a dialogue. This is a feeling. From there. It's coming out from there.
But he's thrilled. He said September is a great month for him. He said because my daughter Alia's film releases on the 9th of September. I turn 74 on the 20th, and my firstborn has a release and goes back to the movies on the 23rd of September. So he's a happy father and a happy man.
Oh, lovely.
I just saw Brahmastra a couple of days back and I genuinely enjoyed it.
Lovely.
I was so happy to see a film where people are flocking and things like that. Did you manage to congratulate Alia? Have you seen Brahmastra?
Yeah, first day, first show.
How was it?
The audience loved it. A lot of critics panned it. So that's what I'm saying is that, quit the absolutes. Quit the absolutes. And we are always navigating today by yesterday's roadmaps. So with Chup, there's no reference point.
Yeah.
There's zero reference point to Chup. And that's what's so magical about it. Is that, you can hate it or you can love it, but you can't say, oh, it's like this. So it reminds me of, it does not.
Okay, last one. Sitaramam, right? It resonated with the whole of India. What do you think was that thing that really connected people to your film? That one thing that you felt?
I think it's just like a really nice classic love story after a very, very long time with great music. And I was so scared. I thought that genre is basically done. So eve of release, I was like, I don't know what's going to happen. But so much love for the film, and it's not ending. Every day I get messages and tweets and stuff like that. Lovely.
Thank you so much, Balki sir. Thank you so much.
Thank
Dulquer,
you, sir.
I love you, man, brother.
Love you too.
And Pooja, eternal fan, yeah. I'm telling you now, 2042 also, when you're going to be around, wearing these lovely clothes of yours, there'll be another generation of kids who are going to be talking the way you do, which is fearless, raw, real. And when you said absolute, I was thinking about another absolute.
That's in the past now for me.
Oh, for you, huh?
Yeah. I'm delightfully sober and delightfully single. So on that note, shh.
Thank you.